Hello folks, so today we continue our trick tip series with the dancing move, the Peter Pan. You've probably seen it in most dancing videos and you'll most definitely recognize it once you see the basic motion. So once again, I'm goofy, which means my right foot's forward and I'm riding this way. So the basic motion is you're going to pull your front foot back, place it on the rail, place it on the left rail. It'd be the right rail for regular riders. So you pull your foot back on the opposite rail, cross over, cross over, cross over, and you repeat that as many times as really desired. So that's it for basic movement. So for carving, it really resembles the step 180 to switch step 180. The board will carve in the direction in which, according to which rail you've stepped on. So for the basic movement, I've shown you that the Peter Pan is like this, right? So every time you step on a rail, the board is going to carve in that direction. So when I pull my front foot back and place it on the opposite rail, it's going to carve in that direction. And then at that point, while you're carving in this direction, you're going to step over and do the same thing, and now it's carving in this direction. And you just repeat that over and over again. Step over, board's carving in this direction now, step over, board's carving in this direction, step over, board's carving in this direction. So the point of the Peter Pan is it's not step, carve, stop carving, then cross over, and so on. It's more like step, carving, while you're carving you're stepping over, and then the same thing here, while you're carving you're stepping over. So in the first video of this dancing trick tip series, I showed you a good exercise to be able to kind of flamenco on one foot, and this dancing move is going to utilize that the most, because this dancing move relies on standing on one foot the longest time as compared to switch step 180s or cross steps themselves. So you can see that I'm balancing on one foot here, balancing on one foot again, and it just repeats itself. So it's a good thing to be able to sort of flamenco style and practice riding like that. So switch, switch, and so on. So that's it for carving. One thing you'll notice about the trick as you're learning it is that after you get the actual balancing and you're able to do this Peter Pan basic motion along with the carving, you'll notice that as you do your Peter Pans, you're going to start to climb into the front of the board like this. You'll see that, I'll show you again. So the proper way to do Peter Pans is really you're crossing your legs like that, and then you don't move on the board. You're staying in one section of the board while you're crossing and carving. But a really difficult thing to do is to be able to do that fluidly without stepping forward. So when you first learn, it's probably going to look like this, where you step and then you step forward a bit, and you end up stepping forward a bit, and you end up climbing to the front of your board. That being said, having a longer board for dancing, like a longboard dancing deck, would make Peter Pans much easier to do because there's more room to move. But essentially, if you want to master Peter Pans, the correct thing to do is this.
Something in your chest. When you are close to me, I shiver. When you are close to me, I shiver. When you are close to me, I shiver.
So in the next few videos, what we'll start doing is we'll start learning how to create our own dancing combos. So if you've watched all the videos and learned all of the videos or all of the tricks in all the videos of the dancing trick tip series by now, you've learned the cross steps, you've learned the step 180 to switch step 180, you've learned the step 180 to backward step 180, and now you've learned the Peter Pan, and so on. So let's exercise a little and try to combine, or see how we can combine these moves. So good longboard dancers find a way to always combine their dancing moves in a way that's very smooth. What I mean is, for example, you could do a cross step, to unwind to a step 180. This is a very basic combo. So you could do a cross step, unwind, step 180, backward step 180, and then from here you can go right into a Peter Pan. So yeah, there are, like, longboard dancers have created really elaborate dancing moves. Like this is basically just chaining your moves, just putting one after the other, but eventually you can also start combining them themselves. So you could go like, you could cross step, you could unwind it this way, you could do a backwards 180 step, then you could go right into a Peter Pan, into a step 180, into a backward step 180. So it gets really complicated from there, but it's really creativity. It's how you combine the moves themselves. So the step 1 would be to actually learn the moves, get them down solid, and step 2, which is in my opinion the fun part, is combining them into, you know, a fluid transition of trick. So yeah, use these last trick tips we've had, learn those tricks, and try to combine them in the really creative ways. And yeah, that's it. Just a good pointer. It'll help you learn the trick faster and it'll look better. So thanks for watching, guys.